Hey, my name is Andy Darnell, and I'm about to cook on my Traeger out on the deck, but I want to clean it first. It's been a while. I'm actually getting pretty low on pellets, so this is about the time I normally clean it out. So just want to show you how I do that. So the first thing I do, I wear gloves just to keep the grease and everything off of my hands. I don't have it on both hands, but just the one. And I'm just going to stick the grates over to the side for a second. This Select actually has 3 grates that come out, has the middle one that'll come out and first, and then the other 2. My grates aren't bad. I normally keep them cleaned in between cooks with the Traeger cleaner. So this is a very good degreaser, and you can clean most of the grease off and it'll just go into the drip pan. But this is a good environmentally safe. You could drink that stuff cleaner. But I'm just going to put these over to the side, but I'm going to clean them again. And you can look at my drip pan. I don't use the liners, at least I'm not using them at the moment. I just have 2 layers of aluminum foil on the drip pan. It's not bad. Some of the stuff that I've been cooking lately hasn't had a whole lot of grease, and it's actually been working like it's supposed to and get the grease into the grease bucket. But I'll just take this off, and I'm going to go ahead and pull both sheets. I've got 2 sheets of aluminum foil on this, so I'll just go ahead and pull those off. I put 2 sheets on just to make it easier. I might not even need to put one on the bottom. In fact, I probably won't. And you can see how clean that aluminum drip pan is, the aluminum foil. So I'll probably just put another sheet on that just to give it a little bit of extra protection, and then we'll be good to go. But you can get liners from our stores that'll fit perfectly in this, but don't. So come over and check this out. So the Select has a diffuser in here. It's got this big square piece of steel, and you can see it's got some ash on it. And then in the actual Traeger itself, there's some pellets in the hot pot, and then there's some ash on here. All of this is normal. It's gonna create ash as that fire that's in this hot pot's going to burn off the pellets. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna vacuum this out. So I keep on hand a really small wet dry vac, and I will just clean this out, and then we'll go to the next step. So it didn't take long to do that, and I don't get it perfect. I mean, there's a fire in here, so there's no reason to really worry about it too much. Just clean out most of the ash and clean up the hot pot. I will clean out this shelf where the drip pan sits on, with the hole that goes down to the grease bucket. I'll probably come back with this with some of the degreaser as well. But that's pretty much done. The next step that I would do is go ahead and put the extra piece of foil on this on the drip pan, and we'll put it back and start assembling it again. I've got a pretty inexpensive Publix brand of aluminum foil. This is wide enough that it can go across the entire drip pan in one sheet. I do go heavy duty on this. There are different thicknesses of aluminum foil, but all I need is one sheet. And what I'm going to do is I'm leaving that bottom one on, putting the new sheet down, and I'm going to fold it in to the corners as best I can. Keep this piece flat as best I can. And fold down underneath. When you use foil on your drip pan, the only thing you'll need to do is on the side that actually is the lower end, there's going to be a notch where you're going to want to cut that out, just so the grease will go into this hole on the grill itself. All right. So the Traeger Select is obviously a very specific grill. Depending on what you have, you may have different pieces in here. Just check your manual. You can check online for other videos. Find out what all you need to remove to get up in there and clean it out. But let's put it back together. Put the drip pan back in. Make sure that's flat. Make sure that the hole over here is open, and we are good to go on that. The next step I would normally do is check my grease bucket, and I actually have some aluminum liners in this. This is not really ready to clean out yet. There's still some in there, but I'll just leave it in there. Just check it, just make sure that it's okay. And then it's time to start putting this thing back together. So again, I'm not picky about this. Some people might clean the actual grates with a pressure washer or something else and not clean it off the grill. I'm just going to go ahead and put it back together. Left in, right in, and then the middle. And we'll go ahead and put this on. Now the next thing that I will want to do is go ahead and use the degreaser on this and clean this with some paper towels. And I sometimes will heat up the grill. I'll go ahead and get it started. That just seems to help the grease come off a lot quicker. But that's basically cleaning the grill. You don't have to do this every time you cook. I normally do it every time I am low on pellets. Or when the drip pan is really just filthy. But anyway, that's it. Very easy.